You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Black Myth Wukong has completely changed the game for me. Mainly for two big reasons. So I want to get into the first one automatically out the gate. That being, there was no hype for this for me. I have been catching on my backlog, so I finished Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, hashtag Blood, Last Stop, which is an older game. College football came out. I started replaying some other stuff, whatever. Dragon's Dogmas 2 was done, so and so. And I kind of was just in this gaming rut and was just kind of like, I don't have nothing to play unless it's like online or something like that. And so I noticed this was coming out, had a little bit extra funds, and I was like, I don't like Souls games. And so now, let's get into the second part. And it's pretty much because Souls games for me are very weird with me only because of where I am in my life. Being a full-time college student, working every single day, those weekends, mostly I'm out, and whenever I'm not out, I'm studying, I'm doing something, or I'm playing games, for example, like either with friends or something like that. And if I am playing, single player type games, that's usually just it. They're single player games, like, like an Uncharted, Last of Us, God of Wars, like your stuff like that, like your Halo, whatever. But, back in the day, I remember when Sekiro came out, that I played and I actually beat that game and I really enjoyed it. I really was like, oh man, I was like, hell yeah. But now I've gotten to a point in time in my life where time is precious and I don't have, 2 to 3 hours of my free time each night to be on one boss. And I just don't have that time. And even though I technically do, I don't want to spend my time like that. Like I'd rather, chill and read a book or sit here and, play a game that I actually can get some progress in. And, that's just more of a personal preference of me. Like I said, it's more just kind of where I am in my life. But I started this game last night thinking, hey, I'll try, it's going to be fun. I might get back to it, every now and then, something like that. But now, after playing this game, I can wholeheartedly say that this shit's going to be beat. I got up this morning before I started recording this video, and I realized, I was like, wow, I got up early to play a game. The hype is getting real for me. Like, I haven't felt like this in at least 6 months for a game. Just like that excitement level, because I'm playing a game that's pretty difficult, or at least for me, because I think the last few hard games I beat were like Returnal, Sifu, stuff like that. But like, it's been a while since I've played a Souls-like game, and like, Demon Souls I got, but I never beat. And unfortunately, I never got Elden Ring. I'm still waiting for another sale on that, and I might grab that. But those games I never planned on beating. Like if I get Elden Ring, I don't plan on beating Elden Ring. I don't plan on getting the DLC and beating it. If I do, it happens, but I don't just go into it planning like that. Like I said, because of my time and stuff. But this game, just combat-wise, is so much fun. Like I'm fighting this boss right here that you're seeing on the video. Like, I think it took me 5 tries to take him down, because he was like kind of like an optional, like, harder boss, whatever. But what I like about the game is that it takes itself seriously more in like a mature way by giving the player everything that the player needs, but not hand-holding you, if that makes sense. So it's not like acting like you've never played a game before. That's one of the problems I hate with a lot of modern movies and a lot of modern games, that they act like the audience is stupid. And this game isn't doing that. Graphic wise, like as you're seeing right here, this boss, like just the fur, just everything about this fight right here is just so awesome. And I really liked how, which I get this a tutorial type area, so like I beat this boss in the first try, but it still was hard enough where, like I said, that boss before that, it took me 5-6 tries to beat him. And just after I beat him, I was like, wow, so this is what Souls players are talking about right here. Because I finally beat that dude, and I just got this big sense of dopamine release, adrenaline. I was like it was like a rush. I was like, oh my God, this is better than sex. And it's just so awesome. Like, it's so great. you know, you get like a bunch of different options. Like you can turn into people that you defeated, like certain bosses. Like I fought this wolf boss right here that you're seeing I turned into. I can use his moves that he used against me on newer enemies. There's like a freeze time ability, kind of like something that you would have seen in like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, something like that. And like I really like stuff like that. I like how it's taking all these elements, and that's why I keep saying Souls-like. It's not a Souls game by any chance, and really Souls-like is kind of loose. It feels more like if you're playing God of War Ragnarok on like the max difficulty, and it really just kind of feels like that. It kind of feels like that new DLC they released for Ragnarok to Valhalla. It feels just kind of like that, except it's just like I feel like it's a tad harder in certain places, but it's just fun, like getting that monkey stick, doing like these big heavy hits. When you do like perfect dashes, like it feels so awesome. It leaves like clones behind. It's so badass. I really wish that I had more time to play this. Like actually right now as of recording, I'm actually about to go back into work. I'm on one of my little breaks, and I'm just sitting here thinking, I was like, I cannot wait to get fucking home, play the hell out of this damn game. Like, I got my PlayStation Portal charged. Like, dude, I'm gonna be playing it on there. I'm gonna be playing on this and that. Like, next week, I was getting hyped for Star Wars Outlaws. The week after that, getting hyped for Astrobot. Dude, them bitches might have to wait. They're gonna come in the mail. They might be collecting dust. This game is where it's at right now. I will say this, if you were like me and you were kind of like, whatever, just initially playing the first few hours of the game, I could wholeheartedly say this game is definitely worth your time. And with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Check out further videos for more, and hopefully have a full review out. Thanks for watching.